Although not able to be with you today, I particularly wanted to convey my greetings and to offer my heartfelt endorsement and commendation as you gather for a demonstration of the pilot version of the Law and Climate Change Toolkit. I greatly look forward to joining you in Bonn next week for the COP. At present, I'm in the Caribbean visiting Commonwealth countries devastated by the recent hurricanes. The destruction to homes, infrastructure, lives and livelihoods I'm witnessing reveals the disturbing clarity, the extent and existential nature of the threat from climate change and extreme weather to small island states. It provides sobering context for your work on the Law and Climate Change Toolkit, which is a most encouraging product of the UNFCCC, UN Environment and Commonwealth Secretariat partnership. I acknowledge with gratitude the commitment to this project of our partners at UNFCCC and UN Environment, and thank them too for their support to Commonwealth countries on implementing the Paris Agreement and Convention on Climate Change. Together, and with inputs from other organisations and individuals throughout the world, we are developing what promises to become a definitive global resource. The toolkit assists member countries towards fulfilling their commitments and responds to the 2015 Commonwealth Leaders' Statement on Climate Action, which underlined the importance of practical and swift action to reinforce the outcomes of the Paris Climate Conference. Important in this regard is the use of national law to support the mitigation and adaptation goals of the Paris Agreement. While national climate change policies can have an influential impact on climate action, their legal significance will depend on the legal doctrines and cultures of each country. The non-binding nature of policies renders them vulnerable to revocation or marginalisation and to competition from other policies and interests. The main advantage of legislative measures is the entrenchment of these measures in the country's legal architecture, making them less susceptible to repeal or dilution. This, in turn, promotes consistency in decision-making and reduces uncertainty. Both are critical factors in encouraging investment in climate technologies as countries pursue mitigation and adaptation goals. When Commonwealth law ministers met in the Bahamas last month, they highlighted the value of knowledge sharing and the identification of good practice on law reform in support of climate goals. Law ministers stressed the need for practical and technical assistance in dealing with the challenges of climate change that focuses on national implementation of the Convention and the Paris Agreement. The Law and Climate Change Toolkit is a very significant means to streamline and accelerate progress towards that end. The pilot version of the toolkit is the product of the Commonwealth Secretariat's collaboration with the UNFCCC and UN Environment. This work has included the development of a detailed taxonomy and legal assessment questions on climate law based alongside other inputs on helpful consultations with 4 Commonwealth countries: Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Jamaica, and Vanuatu. The urgent need for the toolkit, particularly among the many small and more vulnerable island states of the Commonwealth, is and was impressed upon me as I visited and consulted with national leaders. During my current travel in the stricken islands of the Caribbean, I'm being made particularly aware of the value of this contribution and of other Commonwealth support and solidarity. We must stand together to mitigate the adverse effects of climate change, seizing new opportunities for regenerative development and cooperating to build resilient and reduce vulnerability. It is in this spirit of Commonwealth goodwill and mutual support that I wish you every success as you move forward with the pilot and with further development of the Law and Climate Change Toolkit. Thank you so much for your contribution and for making the difference.